There is no way that we're going to look at anything but Tesla today. There might have been other trades that had cleaner setups, or maybe you're executed better, but we got to go with what's going to be the learning experience here. And Tesla, SSR today, down over 10%. Reality is the first level I was looking at was a dip buy. That's going to be the case. Elon Musk is going to be, he's buying Twitter. We all understand he's going to be distracted or whatever it might be, depending on how the structure goes. And I understand that narrative, why that would weigh down on Tesla shares. I did not see this one coming, obviously. So we go to the higher time frame here. I'm just going to point out, like, we had the earnings bounce. It was a huge beat for them. They got well into that 1080 stratosphere once again. But all I want to show you on the 60-minute chart is this 960 to 970 area. It stands out like an absolute sore thumb, right? It's the kind of shelf you will see us talk about on a daily basis. When a level like that breaks, a multi-day support level breaks, you should be looking for a short. I don't mind going long off a level like that. You can try it for a bit of a bounce. And I came in thinking when it was trading at 1,000, I liked the dip buy at that price. It matters how you get there. So if you can see, it's kind of tight up at the top here. I wanted to show as much of the day as possible because I only went long. Didn't look at that short, but I wanted to be able to show you that right at 9:30, you had a pop into exactly 1,000. That is not 999. That is 1,000. And then the next minute, we actually get up to 999, and then we fade. So it was a pop and fade. That's the way we get there. And we did go pretty parabolic. The biggest extension to the downside was the 980 break that took us into that 60 area. And then there was a bounce. It found support. It tried to get to the upside. It rejected it hard. And I tried to get the long after it had made that support level. Fine, fair enough. When it stopped out and still slipped a couple of dollars, at this particular point, this is where, okay, we didn't have the short from the top because we weren't looking for it. That's reality. You're not catching that pop and fade unless you're looking for it. But once it breached that level on the daily chart, you can try for that dip buy. But you're in uncharted territories now. That is a clean momentum breakdown. It should have been a short. It was not. The only way that you're going to turn out positive when you've made a move like this and you miss out on that short is to have unbelievable patience. It's easy to have a bias to a direction and average in and try every single pop. Ooh, it got to 950. Let's go long there. Oh, it's trying to turn at 935. Forget about it. Allow it to go parabolic again into 925. That was the first time that I actually tried a scalp trade. Sat it out for $40 until we got to 9.25. If 50 was going to break, there was only two levels I wanted to see, and that was 25 and that was 900. It was the only plays that we're going to be able to make. I couldn't find myself in the short. And then even then, we're getting in, we're taking the initial scalp trade when we can, and then we're stopping it out. If it holds a level and puts a wick off bottom, then I'm getting back in on the way up, not on the way down, on the way back up, and I'm taking the scalp trade again, and I'm keeping the tight stop. And then it's the same thing when we get to 910, which I don't even like the 910 trade. I took it, and it started to work, and yeah, we may make a couple of bucks off of it, but truth of the matter is I don't like the trade. The trade that mattered was trading off of 900 the first time. It went to 905 and gave a nice bounce into 910 here. And then it comes down to how you want to play the 900 level. And this is a discussion that I had with Arun. Once it made this bounce off of 905 and could not get anywhere close to 10s, 15s, 20s, it couldn't make that breakout. At this point, 900 was going to be so crowded that I didn't want to try the long unless it broke. You almost wanted it to break 900, not carry through to like 97, 98, or maybe 97.50 or 90 or 95, and then try to catch it on the way back up. And ultimately, that's exactly what this trade is. Ignore these dark pool wicks. It does break 900 here. It cannot. You see the big volume spike as it's breaking, but it does not take out 998. It was about 998. 897.50 was going to be the level that I had. So we get 898. It comes back up, and we take 900 and a half. Once we're in that long position, it's scalp the first 5, scalp to 10, and I want the rest at 925. You can see it never even gets to 925, but we have to remain disciplined. Once again, if it tries to get back to that level, stop out at the bottom, no reload, because it's just too bearish to try and play a level like that again. If it's not going to be able to go to 925 there and make a bounce after it's put in this kind of a move to the downside, it just doesn't have it in it at this particular point. And I'll give you one more reason why we didn't reload at the bottom there. The context. When we got to this 903, when we got to this point and we're trying to make the bounce and break back to the upside, there was a context of the market bouncing and other names extending further, like Microsoft, Apple. Some of these names were really starting to make a decent sized bounce off the bottom, and this could barely make any move relatively. So Tesla, its weakness was there, but the key thing is no averaging in to the longs. It was all one entry and then have your stop out when you're against the grain like this. It should have been a short, but I was not looking for it. But we came away positive because every stop was tight and we took profit along the way, every single obvious chance. There was no getting away from trading Tesla today. The question is, could you be long and not be down? Managed to do it here today, but extreme discipline. I'm not sure I want one in the afternoon. We'll see what happens, but what an unbelievable day for Tesla.